Anytime there's a top 10 clash, the focus of the entire nation zooms in on a game like that. When it's a conference showdown, the stakes are even higher. Welcome to the home of the Alabama Crimson Tide, Tuscaloosa, Alabama, Saban Field at Bryant-Denny Stadium. As we'll see the number 4 team in the country, the Georgia Bulldogs, taking on the 10th ranked team in the land, the Alabama Crimson Tide. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack, Jesse Palmer alongside. Guys, we can't wait to see this game. Been looking forward to it all week. Alabama about to kick off to get this game underway. A rather underwhelming start as the kickoff goes out of bounds. The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. To the air, it's Stockton. Wasting no time taking a shot. Intercepted, and the first drive ends with a pick. And he's wrapped up after a solid return on the pick.
You usually want to start a game when you come into a hostile environment with a great first drive. Get some momentum, quiet the crowd. Palmer, the exact opposite. On the road, and you make a big mistake early.
Yeah, I love coming into a hostile environment, trying to be aggressive from jump, but that interception was like getting...
And the quarterback runs out of time, and down he goes at the 38.
This defense, they are tenacious, and they've got guys up front that are athletic and that are so strong and then can collapse the pocket. You saw it right there in that play-action attempt.
He got a hand in there, knocks it away, incomplete.
Well, the DB never even backpedaled. He never even thought that receiver was running deep, and that's why he was able to put his foot in the ground. He smothered that curl route, knocking it away.
He stopped short, and it's 4th down. The Crimson Tide will bring the punt team on the field. Doesn't say much for your drive when you're looking forward to the punt. A low-line drive and not his best work. And Georgia ready to go back to work on offense. Well, the good news about this drive, Jesse, it can't go worse than last time through a pick on the first play.
No, it certainly can't. I think one good way, David, to help your quarterback turn the page is just find him an easy completion here and let him get back into a rhythm.
Yeah, or find him an easy handoff. Just hand the football off, maybe get the ground game going, maybe jumpstart this offense a little bit.
They'll give it to him again. And he's able to bounce off one tackle, but still not a whole lot of running room.
And you want to run the football. That's okay. You'll take some of these. But if they start to add up down the road, obviously, you might want to think about airing it out a little bit.
Rides to back and leaves it. And they'll bring him to the ground after a short gain.
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They don't get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push, to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
And he made the grab with enough for the first down, but not enough room on the sidelines to stay in bounds. It's 4th down.
It really doesn't matter how big a boy you are. You could be huge out there at wide receiver like that guy is. If you don't set your feet first, you're not going to be accurate with the throw. You can't make sure you give that wide receiver a chance to win a jump ball if you don't get those feet set first.
And they'll pat the kicker on the tail and tell him to go give it a shot. This crowd trying to do its part. The fake. Kicker's going to run for it. And they thought they could pull off the surprise. Well, the surprise was on them. A stop. I know they wanted to be aggressive, throw caution to the wind. They might have been better off playing it safe there. They'll move the wide receiver. Off the play fake on 1st down. The throw. Quarterback can pull the trigger, and down he goes at the 41. The Crimson Tide just hoping at least to get some of the yardage back here on 2nd down. Give to the back. And the big defensive front wins the battle. No gain on that play.
Well, the offensive line had everybody blocked except the defensive end. He was able to sneak into the backfield and get the tackle for loss.
On 3rd and long, a check down would be the last resort. Pass rush coming after the quarterback, and they get him at the 32.
Well, this quarterback normally makes defenses look very silly week in, week out with his speed, but he has yet to face a defense like this. This defense accepted the challenge. They have stepped up. They have been disruptive. They have been living in the backfield all game long. That already the 3rd sack of the game for this unit.
We're ready to get another look at this Bulldog offense. Looking to throw at Stockton. Hit hard just as he released it on 1st down and just couldn't get it to the receiver. They're dealing with a 2nd and long. From the shotgun, the handoff to the back. And he never had a chance. Just stopped cold as soon as he got it.
You know, if you want to run the ball up the middle, you're going to have to block that guy. I mean, nobody even touched him, and he slanted right into the backfield and made the tackle for loss.
On 3rd and long, he's going to have to turn one loose downfield. And that'll be incomplete. They certainly weren't afraid to take a shot there, and now it's 4th down.
Well, this defense was ready for go-balls. Against this receiver and his speed, he's one of the fastest in the country. They knew this quarterback was...
It's a fake. He wants to throw. He's not afraid to go deep. And the pass is incomplete. They thought they had the fake all dialed up, and it did not work. You have an incompletion like that, you always think, why not just let the quarterback throw it? The element of trickery was afoot, and it didn't work. That's caught. It's Bernard. Breaks into the open. And this defense has its work cut out to get this dude on the ground. He was shedding serious tackles on his way to picking up the 1st. Leaves it with the back. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
Yeah, they're just going to need more push up front. There was nowhere for that running back to go. The offensive line got moved right back into his lap, and as a result, they lose yards on that play.
Bringing the heat. And he was hit just as he was releasing the pass, and it falls to the ground incomplete. The Crimson Tide looking for a big play to convert on 3rd down. From the gun, wants to pass. Fires to the wideout. Finds a man in the middle. Tight windows, no problem to grab the tackle, and it's 1st down in the red zone at the 10. Back to throw, it's Simpson. Got rid of it quickly, but it's incomplete.
I don't know about the decision that time by the quarterback. He may have been expecting man coverage, but that time the defense was in zone, and they did a really nice job closing the window. The intended target was not open, and that's why that one fell incomplete.
Man, what a spectacular play by that defensive end to come up with the tackle there.
And you see those guys get off the football so fast. Most of these guys are 250 to 275 pounds, but they get off the ball fast, low. And the offensive linemen, they have no chance to stop those guys as quick and as fast as they are.
Here comes the field goal unit as they'll try to get the 3. Never a doubt. And the first points of the day come on that field goal. After that last field goal drive, they're set to kick it away.
And you want a touchdown and you want to be aggressive, but man, right down the middle, that obviously gives me some confidence down the road that I can trust this guy.
Coming out with it, it's Jones. Rolling the dice to bring it out of the end zone did not work out as he stopped at the 13. They'll try to put something together, backed up a bit, starting at their own 13. First play of the drive, wants to throw. And they dialed up a shot play, but they couldn't make the connection.
It has been tough sledding for this quarterback here early in the game. He's 0 for 5 right now. I give the defense tons of credit. It's not just good coverage in the back end, and it's not just a good pass rush. They're doing a nice job mixing up their looks coverage-wise. This quarterback looks confused, and that's a big reason why, guys, this offense has not scored a single point so far.
And it's incomplete after taking a shot on 2nd down. They're staring at 3rd. Offense calls a timeout here. Critically important to make sure they have the right play call and everyone on the same page here. Off the play fake. That pass is well off target. He got hit as he was trying to throw, and they can't convert on third down. Georgia sends out the punt team. After that last fake, I think we know why he's a punter. And the punt team able to sling him to the ground. They'll open this drive and snap it from the 44. They'll try to pop the draw. The draw draws nothing except a swarm of tacklers. He's stopped immediately. After getting knocked back to open this drive, it's 2nd and 12. Dropping back, it's Simpson. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face third down. Trying to pick up a first down. 3rd and long, and he'll try to throw for it. Wide open, he makes the catch. Touchdown, Bama! And once he found open space, the band might as well start playing.
Quarterback's abilities to read the field is huge, and also the anticipation, the timing. To be able to throw the football, Jesse, and hit a guy in stride so he can get run after the catch and get in the end zone, that was a nice job by the quarterback.
Yeah, it's critical, David. And listen, a lot of times touchdown passes aren't thrown into the end zone. You've got to read the coverage, hit the open guy, and let him do the rest.
And a special teams miscue as the kickoff goes out of bounds. So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. Off the play fake on first down, wants to throw. And it was worth going for a chunk play, but the long pass is incomplete. Behind the chains now on 2nd and long.
Looks to me on that deep ball like he was forcing it a little bit. You got to be careful as a quarterback. You're not trying to outduel the other guy who just threw a touchdown pass. You're just trying to win the game. So just execute the plays. The ball goes to who it's designed to go to. If that means you got to turn around and hand it off, then that's what you got to do. But I think on that last deep ball, QB forcing it a little bit.
Unloads to the wideout. Intercepted. A first half turnover can swing momentum. He'll try to take it back. Touchdown tie. How about this defense taking one back to the house? The DB saw it. He thought, don't drop it, don't drop it. Then thought, don't get caught. And he didn't. The pick six.
Hey, these guys can play offense, too. Look at this. I showed you I can be a wide receiver. Coach might split him out at wide receiver next week after making that big play. But defense, great job making the interception. And you're right, doing something with it. Don't just slide down. Don't be content. Take that thing all the way back.
And that is not the optimal solution there. The kickoff out of bounds, and the offense will have a little bit easier time of things. Looking for space. It's Frazier. He's going to lose a yard on that one. So he gets stuffed on first down, and now you have the offensive coordinator thinking a little bit.
Yeah, we're probably going to have to throw it now on this second play. But what are we going to see defensively? Now that they know we're throwing, might they blitz us? Do I have to leave more guys in to block? There's a real cat and mouse game going on right now between these two coaching staffs.
The Tide crowd roaring noise down onto Saban Field on third down. And they did not let him reach the line to gain. It'll bring up a decision here. The offense in its own end, still needing a couple of yards for the first down, but they'll stay out there and go for it on fourth. There to make the tackle, and that's how we'll wrap up this first period. So Alabama takes the lead into the quarter break, and they were able to build that lead into double figures. Let's take a quick look at our early stats before we move on. Going to need to step up to make sure this one doesn't get out of hand as the second quarter is about to get underway. First play of the period, first down here. Give to the running back. Stopped in the backfield. He's going to lose 3 yards on the play.
Really nice job by the defense that time, getting a stop. They've been really good. Far in this one, shutting this guy down, not letting him break out. You've got the lead. It's tight, though. And you know the opponent is going to keep trying to run it. So can you keep this up here in the second half on defense? That's the question.
And a decent gain there before the defense makes the stop. It'll be 3rd and long. They go to the draw. He did not make it a stone wall on 3rd down. Quick timeout call by the offense after the play.
It's hard to run on a defense that comes off the ball like that and runs to the football like that. Good luck. No holes anywhere.
So the offense is going to go for it on 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the 1st down. With the catch, it's Bell. Really good surge for this offense. They move the chains, and he's got it at the 34. You always hear run the route deep enough to get the 1st down, but if you don't, you better fight your way there, and he did.
Yeah, nice job. Listen, catch the football, understand 4th and short, the situation.
And that is interception number 3 on the day.
And if you're the quarterback, you might want to stop throwing that guy as well. I mean, you knew coming into this game, David, he's one of the best corners in the entire country. He's already been picked off twice now. He is literally living in this quarterback's head rent-free.
And so nice to have a guy like this that can cut off half the field, because now you can put reason.
And they get to the quarterback and knock him down back at the 16.
Man, this offense, they gotta find something. They gotta get in a rhythm somehow. So far, no success, not protecting the quarterback. Really, the only good thing I can say so far is they haven't turned the football over.
And the pass is incomplete, but there is a flag, and that receiver might have used a push-off to get free. And now on 2nd down for this offense. Gives it on the option. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. Alabama with a ton of ground to cover on this third down. The give is to Miller. Oh, better look out. Oh, he's got some space. He is not going to get there. Stopped short of the line to gain, and it'll be fourth down.
Offensive coordinators don't really have play sheets for 3rd and 75.
Trickery and deception. They snap it to the up man. They'll stop him short, and they had it sniffed out from the beginning.
I love the aggressive nature by the head coach, trying to reach into the bag of tricks on a fake punt, but the defense was expecting it. And we've got a change of possession.
Finds a little bit of room, give him a couple down to the 23.
It's definitely too early to panic, but there's some bad feelings going on for this offense right now. You're way down on the scoreboard. I know we're still in the first half, but after that last play, it's pretty obvious. You can't run the ball. You're becoming a one-dimensional offense at a time when you need to be able to score some points. So either get it done through the air or you've got to be more physical up front.
Defensively, you'll take the slow death. You'll take 3, 4, 5 yards a pop, but you can't give up the massive plays. You got to do a better job containing the football, making them run the guys, and get them on the ground. For goodness sakes, this guy is fast, I know, but defensively, we got to swarm to the football and get him on the ground. And you got to get locked in the red zone. A lot of defense coordinators will tell you, we'll give up yards, but we got to understand what we're trying to get accomplished. Great job down here near the goal line. This defense bowing their neck up and getting a big stop.
Pushes ahead. And he'll be stuffed. Got nothing. Line of scrimmage still at the 4.
Man, and that's a frustrating play when you go in reverse near the goal line, goal-to-go situations, Palmer. You got to get those positive yards. You can't go backwards if you're trying to get a touchdown.
You know, I'm trusting in my quarterback here to make the right decision. Looks like we're going to have to throw it, right? But if it's not open, just throw this thing away.
Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Dogs! Big-time touchdown there to get some much-needed momentum.
You got to find something, right? Who are you going to go to make that big play to get you back into it? You're not back in it yet. It's not tied. You're not there yet, but you're starting to inch back into it and get some momentum going.
And they did tack on the extra point. The kickoff unit is out there, and boy, did that last drive quiet this crowd. If you can do that, I don't know why you don't do it every time. Reduce the risk. Banged it out of the back of the end zone. They'll put it in play at the 25. Use the play fake. Now to throw. And the pass rush is effective, and they tackle him at the 19.
How about this defense in this game so far? Already 5 sacks, and we're only in the second quarter. I think if you're the offensive coordinator, you have got to start mixing up these play calls, moving the pocket, get your quarterback away from danger, because it's obvious. This offensive line, they cannot hold up, and they cannot get it done.
On target to the left. That's the kind of play that can really get you going as they get it out to the 36. Alabama with a 1st and 10 here. Here's the handoff. And just wedges it ahead a bit before he's brought down.
That's a really good job by the defense, wrapping them up, getting them on the ground. Take away that run game. Make them one-dimensional, put them in passing situations. Really good job by the defense.
And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield.
Yeah, I think the running back kind of went rogue on that last running play. I'm not sure it was designed to go that direction. He tried to make it happen on his own, and unfortunately ended up losing yards.
And the 3rd down pass is incomplete.
Well, the defense finally has figured it out. That was critical for their confidence because they had been scored on earlier. They'd given up a ton of yards. I think they understood the gravity of the situation. 3rd down, that was critical for them to get off the field, build momentum, build some confidence. Nice job that time by the defense.
Plenty of time left in the half here as they take over, but they will want to be efficient here in the final 2 minutes. Dropping back, it's Stockton. Has to let this one go off his back foot. Oh, he had it. The deep ball was there, and it just trickled through his fingers.
Yeah, and I love taking deep shots. I think it makes quarterbacks play honest, safeties play honest, and you can tell just missed a little bit deep on that shot. But listen, those are shots that we want to take because the risk is definitely worth the reward.
Backed up now. Here's 2nd and long. They'll run play action. Unloads it left. Just a Baryshnikov-like move on the sideline to tap that toe and get the first down. Throwing the comeback looks like such a simple throw, but the timing is so important.
And as a quarterback, man, this is all about trusting your guy. You know exactly where he's going to sit it down. You anticipate it. You throw it. You know he's going to come back and make that play for you.
The offense just has not been able to find a way to get their rhythm going here in the first half. We just haven't seen it in the passing game. That was a really good example of it again. If they're going to score more points in the second,
he'll take a shot. And he got a hand on it to knock it down in the end zone.
DB does an outstanding job here on the deep pass. Locating the football, no PI, able to swat it away, pass incomplete.
Throws to the wideout. Wide open downfield. And he ran away from the crowd, and he'll take it in. Touchdown, Georgia!
Man, I tell you what, that passing touchdown, man, that should spark this whole team. Like, the comeback is more than on now. Like, they got the touchdown. They cut into the lead. You want to get a stop and go into the half, get all the juices, all the excitement, and be like, listen, the passing game's rolling. We got this. The comeback's in full effect.
And he puts through the extra point. A very efficient 5-play scoring drive. And they pay it off with a strike from 38 yards out. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. Back to throw, it's Simpson. Caught near the sidelines. He'll pick up a few before going out of bounds.
And these quarterbacks have to really trust their wide receivers that they're going to be disciplined and run to the right route when they're throwing that ball to the outside like that, because those corners are sitting there on the inside, and the worst thing that could happen is to miss inside and that cornerback be going the other direction.
It's 1st and 10 from the 38-yard line. He'll ride his man on the option. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple.
One of the things I like about this defense is their DBs are not afraid to put their face in the fan and go tackle. And you saw it that time with the cornerback making a great play, tackling the quarterback on the option for a big loss.
And the defense makes a play, and they get the quarterback down at the 26. Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. Fires to the wideout. Got him downfield. He's got first down yardage as they move it to the 44.
And what a massive play for the offense. Not only getting the football across the 50, but they've now put themselves in position to steal a few more points here before the half.
Unloads to the wideout. Catch in the middle, it's Bernard. He's down at the 23-yard line. It's a first down, and they've got to show this urgency. The offense uses a timeout to stop the clock, and they'll get a quick breather. The Tide with the 1st and 10. Wants to throw on first down. Right on the money. They'll spot the ball at the 12 after that completion. The offense calls timeout. It's the second one they've used this half. Just moments ago, Alabama was feeling the shadow of its own goalpost, and now the Tide generating momentum. He's got it and still on his feet. Touchdown, Crimson Tide. Oh, that may be in, and then stroll into the end zone for the score.
And they trust their QB to execute like they have the whole first half, and he delivers, and they build on this lead and build their momentum going into halftime.
Well, you could draw a line in the middle, and he would have hit that thing. They're set to kick it Fielded in the end zone. It's Branch. Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out in the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. Final seconds of the first half. Let's see if they can pull off a little magic. Looking to throw, it's Stockton. Lobs it off the back foot. Brings it down on the right side. Lots of room to run. Thought for a minute they were going to turn that into a score. They get the big play, but time runs out here in the half. Kickoff unit all lined up, and we're ready to put toe to leather. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Here comes that Alabama offense. They go to work in the third quarter with the lead, but they have had a little trouble keeping their quarterback upright.
Yeah, and you have the lead, you're positive, but the offensive line coach.
And the pressure gets there. And down he goes at the 18. If there's ever been a position group that sort of identifies with the team's mascot, it would be the Bulldog mentality. Sends it downfield. He almost had the pick, and that could have given them a boost. Instead, it'll be third down. Trying to pick up a first down. The give on the option. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple.
Well, the defense was trailing going in at halftime, and I think they made some adjustments against the run. They want to slow this guy down. That's a really nice start to the second half if you're on defense.
Excellent coverage that time. Didn't give him any room to set up a big return. And Georgia ready to go back to work on offense. Back to pass, it's Stockton. Has to throw this off his back foot. Oh, did he toast the coverage? Got it deep downfield. He's brought down, but he's got him inside the 10. First and goal from the 8.
This offense not wasting any time. First play of the third quarter, and they're aggressive, taking a shot. You know they had some conversations in the locker room at halftime. How can we get a big one right out of the gate? The defense isn't going to be expecting it. They took the shot, they hit it, and this offense is hungry.
They'll try to get it in with the run. He's brought down at the 6, but the defense feeling the heat to make a stop here. Now second and goal, and right in the teeth of this noise. The run up the middle, looking for the score. And he was greeted by a host of defenders and barely gets it back to the line of scrimmage.
It's looking like they're going to have to throw this one in now on third down, David. You know the execution just has to be spot on. Timing especially at the quarterback position here.
And thinking about the defense, they're aggressive in these situations. They're going to play man. They're going to play uptight on you. So I know that. Now how do I counterpunch and attack this defense?
They'll send out the kicker here. This whole play is going to see if this kicker can operate in the dial up the fake. He's looking to throw. And I guess they thought they'd find the field goal block team napping. They were wide awake, and they come up with the stop. Looking to throw on first down. Throws to the tight end. And he drops it. Just took his eye off of it at the last minute. Try to make up for some of that lost ground on second down. Now the play fake. Takes a hit as he fires. Oh, he drops it. That is a catch he makes 99 times out of 100, but it'll be third down. We'll see if the offense can move the chains after that incompletion. Gets the back moving. Looking to pass. It's Simpson. Fires to the middle. He's got the tight end. Now they've got a little room to work with. They're out to the 28 with a first down. Clock ticking away as we have 4 minutes left here in the third. Coming out on first down with the play fake. Whoa, does he turn that loose down the middle. He's got it down the right side. Turning on the Jets. Run out of bounds after the long game, but they've got it now first and goal. The offense threatening. Close to the end zone now with a new set of downs. Direct snap. Big time play by the defense. He'll lose 4.
Great play by the defense there, getting the tackle for loss. But on offense, your mindset has to be, we need to be the more physical team here in the second half. We've got the lead, third quarter. We want to run the ball. We've got to have more success getting our blocks and moving forward if we're going to win this game.
And we haven't called his name a lot, and I think this offense, they need to find a way to continue to manufacture touches for the big tight end. And I don't care how you do it.
And he's going to take it into the end zone. Touchdown, Alabama!
Well, when you've got a quarterback that has this type of ability, there's no question what your strategy is going to be week in, week out, right? They want to throw the football. They want to hurt you with their ability to push it downfield through the air. 3 passing.
Looking to convert the 2, and he will not. The defense gets to him with the sack. He'll bring it out. It's Branch. I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to take a knee as he stopped at the 14. We're ready to get another look at this Bulldog offense. Scanning the field, it's Stockton. Snagged in the middle, it's Bell. And he's brought down at the 40-yard line, and that'll be a first down.
That's an absolute strike right there, giving me some Stetson Bennett vibes, some Aaron Murray vibes, even Matthew Stafford with the arm talent on that throw. I'll tell you, they can attack any spot of the field in the passing game because of this guy's talent.
After that big gainer to open things up, they'll put it in play from the 40. Throws to the wideout. Got a wide-open receiver. Into the secondary, and he eluded the defense, and he'll take it all the way. Touchdown, Bulldogs!
One of the reasons this offense is so exciting to watch, they've got guys that are dangerous after the catch. And if this quarterback gets through his progression, David, he hits you in stride, these guys will take it to the house.
Man, it's your job to do the rest, right? You hit me in stride where I don't have to stop running. I don't have to break down. It makes it so easy. The connection between quarterback, wide receiver, you can tell this is a good one, and that's why they got 6 on that play.
Here he comes from inside his own 5. Good job by the coverage unit to put a stop to that return. The Tide offense rolls onto the field. They still have the lead, but they need to respond to that last score. Rides the back on the option, the give. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball.
And that's why he is an All-American caliber player. He is just so physical and dominant against the run. He's able to shed blockers, use his athleticism, use his speed, get to the ball carrier and bring him down. Simply one of the best box defenders defenders you're going to find in the entire country.
All right, I like the aggressiveness. I want to be aggressive as a play caller when I'm coming out of my own end zone, when I got a little bit of space to throw the football, and you could tell they wanted to be aggressive, wanted to take a shot. Defense was ready, locked them down, but thank goodness still had a little space left.
This game just feels so different than it did in the first half. After that incompletion, now setting up fourth down, they only have a one-possession lead. Things were looking so much better earlier in the game. They're going to have to get it together throwing the football if they want to win this game.
All kinds of room to throw that one in there. He's not going to get there. Stopped short on fourth down.
Man, that takes some serious onions. Backed up inside your own 10, and you're going for it on fourth down. No dice. Offense now set up in easy position to get a score.
That completion gets them inside the 10, and the defense is running out of room to defend. Now on first and goal, let's see what Georgia will do. Back to pass, it's Stockton. Unleashes to the end zone. Touchdown, Dogs! Fitted in the window for the score.
Have a day, young fella. I foresee some social media posts in his future. Not one, not two, but 3 receiving touchdowns on the day. What a ball game.
They're trying to slam it in. He gets into the end zone, and the 2-point conversion ties the game. They didn't have a whole lot of real estate in front of them when they took over possession, but they wasted no time. Couple of plays into the end zone. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. Looking downfield on first down. Fires left. He's got it. They finally get to him. A lot of play there to pick up the first down. This guy is special, and Alabama's had a lot of them. Devontae Smith, Jalen Waddle, Jerry Jeudy, who could make a huge play at the drop of a hat.
Yeah, big plays down the field, you get it to him, you know it could be a home run anytime he touches it. When you start mentioning those names, it just shows you the explosive nature. Everybody you mentioned, you know they can run right by you and hit those home runs, and so far, he's making some big plays in this ballgame.
Got a good one going here. All tied up in the third. It's 2nd and 10. Looking left. And that is incomplete.
Well, on that last play, you'd like to see the quarterback be a little bit more accurate and give his guy a chance to make the play. That ball wasn't even close to his intended target's body.
Boy, guys, they got off to a great start with that big first play on this drive. But now a couple of incompletions leaves them in a hole.
Well, in the first half, this offense was up and down the field. It seemed like everything they were dialing up was working. And here we are in the third quarter, and there's a very rare incompletion on their own end of the field. Maybe that's the play the defense needs now to spark some momentum.
Pressure coming. And they gambled in their own end, turn it over on downs, and now the other offense is set up.
Man, aggressive play calls. Everybody wants you to be aggressive. They're aggressive. They take their shot. Now they got to live with a little bit of the consequences. They turn the football over on downs. Now their defense has to go out on the field and make some stops.
Well, the offense taking a shot after getting the takeaway. They're in what's called the fringe area. It's not quite the red zone, but it's a good spot to throw posts, to throw goes, to throw deep corner routes, smash routes.
And it's caught inside the 25. And with that one, he's now over 3 bills for the game.
And there's 2 reasons why, Reese. He's made good decisions, and he's been accurate throwing the football all game long.
Fires to the wideout. Touchdown, Georgia! An epic comeback. They'll talk about this one forever if they can hold on, but they're on top right now. This is like a baseball pitcher that can't miss. He is just pounding the strike zone.
Yeah, it just gets in the zone, right? When you can't miss, you've seen quarterbacks get like that no matter what they do. They're on fire. They're hitting the receivers. And listen, that's also on the defense. The defense has to do a better job making him feel uncomfortable, changing what they're doing in coverage so he's a little bit confused. You can't just let him pick you apart.
And the extra point is true, and they're on top by 7. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. Motion from the wide receiver. From the gun, running back on the move. Works ahead for a couple. They'll stop him at the 27.
And I think this has probably been the most surprising thing of this game so far. This guy's one of the best running backs in the entire country. They just can't get him going. He's never been able to get into a rhythm. You got to give the defense so much credit because they have been able to shut this guy down, and they got to keep that up here in the second half.
Looking downfield, it's Simpson. He took a hit as he threw it and couldn't deliver the football. It's incomplete, and fourth down's coming.
And you got to expect this offense to go for it again here on fourth down, right? Obviously trailing, we're in the second half, but we saw them try to go for it on fourth down early. Didn't have any success. They've got to dial up a better play here.
On fourth down, trying to find his man. Looking to the big tight end. And it's knocked away, incomplete, and that's how we'll wrap up the third quarter. We've been treated to an aerial show by these two guys so far as you check out their numbers. 1 quarter to go, and might we have the makings of a classic fourth quarter finish. They'll go back to work with a first down in the final period. He wastes no time and comes out throwing. Good hands in there by the defense to force the incompletion.
Yeah, I don't know if the quarterback got confused on first down. He might have thought the defense was going to be in man coverage that time, but they were in zone. They fooled him, and just didn't seem like he had his eyes in the right place, was forcing that ball to his intended target. The window way too small. The guy was not open.
Touchdown, Bulldogs! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house.
And, man, a lot of times late in games, you see offenses, they get very conservative, very predictable, and then they leave it in the hands of their defense. I like this execution, man. The offense continues to do what they do, and they take the 2-score lead in the fourth quarter, everything going in their direction.
They're coming out to tee it up for the kickoff, and that last score was a real buzzkill for this crowd. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Guys, here comes that Alabama offense onto the field. They're in a precarious spot here, that lofty perch in the rankings, hanging in the balance unless they can do something to save themselves here.
Well, we've got a close game here at the start of the fourth quarter, right? This team obviously is down, but they're not playing it close to the vest. Being aggressive, first play of the drive, trying to throw it down the field. They're going to have to complete.
Picked off. What a play to set him up. He managed a few yards on that return, but the bigger play was the fact that they forced the turnover.
It doesn't get any better for your defense. You know exactly the situation in the fourth quarter, everything in your favor. Don't let them make big plays. How about you make a big play? Nice job getting the interception. It's not icing on the cake yet. It's getting pretty close.
Well, they've got the lead. The defense just did their part, getting a takeaway. So now if they're on offense, you want to run the ball and take as much time as possible between snaps. Stay in bounds and let
There he goes. Finally corralled, but not before. He picks up the first down.
Man, we knew coming into this game just how explosive this offense could be, and a big part of that is their ability to throw the football. They've scored a ton of points, and it's because they can generate plays like that. When this quarterback sees the one-on-one matchup he wants, he is not afraid to pull the trigger, and he hits a big throw there.
Now the chance to pay off that big play from just outside the 5. Timeout called by the defense. It's their first of the half as they'll go to the sideline and try to make adjustments. And if they can find the end zone here, that might be all she wrote. First and goal. To throw, it's Stockton. Going for 6. And it's intercepted, maybe breathing a little life into this team. All down at the 7-yard line. A nice return after the pick has them in business. Here comes that Alabama offense. This certainly hasn't been their best day, but there's no time for mistakes now. They have to execute if they want to snatch this thing from the fire. Can't find his man as he took a shot trying to deliver that football, and it'll be second down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. Here comes the heat. And he was drilled just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
And the quarterback gets hit again. We already know this defense has gotten home to him multiple times in this game. So here you are, you're trailing in the game. Defense knows you're going to throw it. They're pinning their ears back. You can't feel very confident right now if you're the play caller, and certainly if you're the quarterback, that you're going to have time to throw.
And this is a tough time for this offense because you're in passing mode. You're in comeback mode, and what is that? The defense knows that. Like, they're pinning their ears back. They're coming after the quarterback. And
he's going to go down, and he's in his own end zone. It's going to be a safety.
These offenses, sometimes when they get pressed and they know they got to go fast and they got to put points on the boards, sometimes they get a little bit reckless, and they do right here. They give up the safety. Now down multiple possessions and kicking off. The chances of them winning just went way downhill.
They'll get set for the free kick after the safety.
Set to advance on the football.
And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. The offense will have to use its first timeout of the half.
Timeout, Georgia.
To the air, it's Stockton. Unloads to the wideout. Can't quite make the connection there. Might have led him a little too much.
And those are tough passes. When you start throwing those balls towards the sidelines, it's a longer throw for the quarterback to make. And I think that's when you see the majority of the misses for guys, the majority of the overthrows. And
he's going for a big play downfield. He holds it in, and nobody's close.
Well, it really just feels like they are trying to make a statement to everybody in college football. They've got a lead, they've got it late, and they are still putting it on this defense. They are still letting it fly.
This will be picked off, maybe just the turning point they needed.
Listen, the enemy is the clock, right? You're down by 2 scores. You got to make something happen. Really, really good job by the defense, forcing the turnover, getting the ball back to your offense. Now you got to go score, and I got to get one more stop.
Caught over the middle. It's Williams. They stop him just short of the first down, but it will be 2nd and inches coming up. The play action fake. Here's a heat. And they get to the quarterback and knock him down back at the 16.
And that is a major reason why this team is losing the football game. They can't protect the quarterback. They can't generate big plays in the passing game because up front, they're getting beaten time and time again.
And That's incomplete. A defender all over him. Knocked the ball to the ground. 4th down coming up. Down by multiple possessions. They can't come up empty on this drive in the 4th quarter. They'll go for it on 4th down. Throws for the tight end. And it's incomplete way downfield, and the defense rises to the occasion.
Obviously, they fail on that 4th down, but because there's still time on the clock, this game's not over. Who on defense right now can step up and make a big play and get the ball back to the offense?
Throws to the wideout. And here's the pick, and oh, did they need that right now. Taking it the other way. He's inside the 40. He's at the 20. Touchdown, Bama! The defense with a huge momentum swing, taking it all the way in.
How fast did this game just change? Offense in the lead with the football looking great. Defense makes the big play. We've got ourselves a ball game now.
And this hits off right upright, but it finds its way through for the point after. Kickoff unit is out there again, and this crowd is feeling themselves after that last drive. And with that kickoff going out of bounds, they will get great field position to start. The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. To the air, it's Stockton. Deep throw off his back foot. And they couldn't make the connection on the long shot.
I love that play call by the offensive coordinator. The quarterback just threw a pick 6. You want to pick him right back up, right? So don't handcuff him. On the very first play of the next drive.
Going deep. Wide open. He makes the catch. Touchdown, Dogs! Once he got some room, it was over. How about that quarterback taking the shot downfield and delivering to the wide-open receiver?
I love this quarterback, Reese, because he's aggressive. He wants to take shots. He's looking for every opportunity to show off that cannon and that arm talent. He showed it to all of us right there.
And he makes the extra point.
Georgia, 51, Alabama, 36.
Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. He'll bring it out. It's Williams. He stopped short of the 20 at the 19 and probably wishes he'd just taken the touchback. The Tide offense rolls onto the field. Things had not gone the way they had planned, but maybe an opportunity to salvage this bumpy ride so far and avoid the upset. And they weren't able to make the connection. They were looking for an explosive play. Plenty of work to do here on 2nd and long. And the pressure was too much. They get him at the 15. The defense all revved up after that earlier sack, and they'll try to stop him right here. On 3rd and long, you'll have to turn it loose deep. Good quickness to grab it off the deflection. He goes out of bounds right at the 37-yard line. A good, productive play there to get things going. Alabama comes to the line with 1st and 10. Looking downfield, it's Simpson. Throws to the tight end. Almost intercepted. It'll fall incomplete. The defense almost came up with a turnover. What will they dial up on 2nd and a long way to go? Wants to go up top. Shoots it to the left. He's got an open man. Good job running that route to get past the sticks because he got nothing after the catch. This Alabama offense is clicking. They're set up with another 1st down. He fires a bullet to the right. It's caught. They immediately call timeout, trying to preserve every second they can to try to rally here late.
I'll tell you, you cannot count this team out because of who's playing quarterback. When this guy's in the game, it's never over. Yeah, they're trailing here in the 4th quarter, but this dude can put up points quickly.
So close to that end zone. He could almost taste it, but it'll be first and goal for this offense.
And there's no quit in this team. Obviously, they're trailing late in the game, but they're trying to make it happen. We've seen 2 big plays now, back-to-back. They're putting pressure on this defense.
Finds his big tight end. Touchdown time! And they take it in for 6 more points. A methodical drive that they finish off by tossing it to the tight end.
And the tight end, I'll tell you what, this is a position that's evolved so much, right? And you see him move all over the field. It's kind of like, where is Waldo? You got to find this big fella, especially down in the red zone area. This is the guy they're going to target and make the big play, get the touchdown.
And they add the extra point to finish the drive. Now to make sure this kickoff team covers it well to not give back that last score. He'll bring it out. It's Branch. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. And Georgia ready to go back to work on offense. Wants to throw. It's Stockton. Gets it away off his back foot. Snags it on the right. And there was lots of space as he gets it to the 39-yard line.
This is a shootout. Both offenses up and down the field. They're generating explosive plays. It feels like which team has the ball last may win, but give the quarterback a lot of credit that time because, again, he saw a beautiful look to take a shot into, and he throws an absolute dime.
Just inside the 40-yard line. It's first and 10 from the 39. Use the play fake. Now to throw. Unleashes one deep. And it's intercepted. A huge fourth-quarter play for this defense. Picked up a few extra on that return, but what a play by this defense to get the football. A lot of field in front of them as they open this possession from their own 20. To the air on first down. He wants a big play here late. And this is dropped. Incomplete pass. He had a huge gain in his fingers and he couldn't hold on. So now it's second and long. Off play action. Catch in the middle. It's Williams. A pickup of 8 now to convert this 3rd and 2.
And this offense, they got another positive game, but I think they're going to have to start pushing the ball down the field a little bit. Got to make some plays. That clock is not your friend. You got to speed up, maybe work the middle of the field a little bit, but make sure we get first downs, and the rest of the time work the sidelines.
The offense setting up shop at the 46, first and 10.
Timeout, Georgia.
Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Let's go! He wants to throw it again. Got out of trouble, got rid of it. Makes the catch. It's Williams. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there. Still a bit short of the first down.
Yeah, and listen, I'm going to move this guy everywhere. He's in the slot this time, but I'm not going to let the defense understand where he's lining up so they can double.
And the pressure will get there. The sack. Down he goes in the waiting moments. That could be a costly play. Now 3rd and long and trying to play catch-up in more ways than one after that earlier sack. Active hands from the defense forcing that incomplete pass.
Well, the defense finally showing some life there. It's been tough sledding, too, because this offense has been lighting them up through the air, but a nice individual effort that time, forcing the incompletion.
A deep throw as the clock winds down. Can't find his man. It'll be incomplete, and that is a heartbreaker this late in the game.
And that's a play the quarterback would love to have back. Late in the game, trailing by only 1 possession on 4th down. It looked like there was a window to put that football in, to get the catch, keep the drive going. The quarterback has an inaccurate pass. It falls incomplete, and that is probably going to do it.
Georgia trying to use every second on this clock. Back to throw, it's Stockton. Fires to the wideout. Or did he find a hole in that secondary? And he just kept running, and he ran away from the crowd, and he'll take it in. Touchdown, Georgia!
That is exactly what you want your offense to do. You want it to eat clock, but if you score, go up by 2 possessions, nail, meet, coffin. Great execution by this offense to put this game away.
And the extra point splits the uprights, and the lead balloons to 15. They're getting set to kick it away, and that last score took a little oomph out of this crowd. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. Wants to throw on first down off the play fake. He's taking a deep shot late in the game. And that incomplete pass caused by the big hit on first down. Second down coming. Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on second down. Sends it back in motion. Wants to fire on second down. He's taking a deep shot. Quarterback just flat missed it. Incomplete.
I think at this time you just have to throw caution to the wind. You're down by a lot. You're deep in your own end late, so you're just going to be throwing it. The defense knows it. They're pinning their ears back. You're going to have to get rid of it early. Someone is going to have to step up and make a play, and that's going to happen a couple of different times if you're going to win this game.
Down in the fourth quarter, it's too late for empty possessions. They'll go for it on fourth down. Unloads to the wideout. It's dropped, and oh, what a tough way to end this drive. And that decision will be questioned for a while.
And that just about does it. That about puts this thing to bed. The offense, listen, they had to go for it, but now defense, this is the situation where you say, I'm just going to eat clock, up by several possessions, eat clock, get out of here with a W.
And that was a play where maybe the big target was open quicker or sooner than the quarterback had anticipated, but it's still no excuse to throw the ball off your back leg. You got to chop up your steps. You got to get it.
Fires toward the end zone. And the incomplete pass taking a shot on second down, and they'll be left with a third down. Trying to pick up a first down. Dropping back, it's Stockton. They're working that left side. And he gets it inside the 10-yard line. They'll mark it at the 9 where it'll be first and goal. With the clock running, this should be the final play. They're still firing away even with this lead. And he